For inspiration on great ways we can all pimp up our veg, I've been exploring parts of the world that already do it brilliantly. Beginning in busy India.
Oh my Lord! I've never seen anything like it. We've got a cow over there. We've got a monkey up there. There's a geezer there with a foot massager. This is even worse than Southend on a Friday night, I'm telling you. But one thing's for sure, they're serious about food. I want to see stuff, taste stuff, and see what happens up there. But already I know I'm in for a massive surprise.
To get a real flavour of the local food, I'm heading to the busiest part of town.
Thank you, mate. Good man.
And one of India's largest wholesale markets.
So this is Chagni Chowk, and it's a proper working market. Loads of spices, food, ingredients, and all of these people that work here, they got to get fed. And that means that we got a massive concentration of street food vendors, which for me means there's a lot of exciting things to learn.
There's around a whopping 300,000 street food vendors in Delhi.
I mean, there's literally food everywhere.
All competing to create the most flavoursome yet affordable vegetarian food.
I'm being so British, I'm like, which way does the queue start? I don't think there's any start or end. For me, this is heaven. Just seeing the produce. This is like the equivalent of a kind of old cafe in East London. I'm gonna get a chickpea curry. Thank you. Look at this. So guys, my first street food in India. Oh yeah. Wowzers. Clove, cinnamon, onions, a nice dark gravy. Look at that, you got the chickpeas in there, those lovely fresh chickpeas. We always get them out of a tin, but fresh. They're so good. One of the cheapest, most simplest foods. Rice, chickpea curry, little pickled onions, really delicious. Mellow, fresh spices. The heat is good. My nose is starting to sweat a bit, but absolutely delicious. Little chunks of paneer in there, which is like, you know, the Indian cheese. I mean, the ultimate quick food, simple, delicious. That's about 70, 80 pence for that. And you even take the bowl with you, because normally you grab this and you go. You're walking, you're running, you're working, and then you throw the pot on the floor, the pot disintegrates. It's like the ultimate recycling. Brilliant. What's happening here? Oh my Lord.
These guys are literally filling their naan breads full of veg.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
How are you?
Fine.
Is this your place?
Yeah.
So you're doing the tandoori breads?
Yeah, this is tandoori bread.
Like a naan?
Yeah, this is called naans.
So a fairly standard dough, but then you fill it with these things?
Yes, yes, wood, charcoal.
Wow, look at that.
This is cauliflower.
So that's the cauliflower one. This is very cool. So how many different fillings have you got for sale here?
25.
25. And all of them vegetables?
All the veg.
Yeah, amazing.
Mushrooms, broccoli, then cauliflower, then radish, potato.
It's like vegetable heaven.
All vegetables.
So he's just taken a massive amount of vegetables, made into a little pouch.
Just do it. Lakshman karke dikhao.
Slapping it with a little water. Look how lovely that is. It's quite incredible. Wow. And then it goes on the inside of the tandoor. That's amazing.
This is a very
So
big,
he's sitting on top of the oven.
It will take around 7 minutes.
It is as fast as a pizza, right?
Oh, faster than pizza.
It's going up against the Italians now.
Yeah, sure.
Delhi versus Italy. Sometimes when you look around Europe at stuffed bread, it's normally a tiny little gesture of vegetables. What you're seeing here is a ratio of about 50-50. So they're masters of getting the good stuff into those breads. Look, a big wodge of it. Look how good he does that.
You want to try this?
Oh, I'd love to try it. Come on.
Just be careful. It might be hot. Might be hot.
Oh, my Lord.
This is broccoli. And potato. Definitely potato is a little bit
And
of
a
base.
little bit of green chili.
Yes.
I love the way it just pulls apart. My God. This is taking stuffed naans to another level. If you think about all of our kids at home, when you give them the vegetables, they're always pushing it to the side. But when you stuff it in something that they love, in this case, the flatbread, it's so delicious. Very inspiring. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Boys, namaste. Or as we say in Essex, nice one.
Even at night, the market is buzzing, just like my head with new ideas.
This guy's smoking these sweet potatoes. Can I have one, please? See how he's burnt these skins on the outside, which internally is going to start caramelizing it a little bit, but then he cuts all the burnt bits off, but you still have that incredible, intense, smoky flavour. He's seasoning it with his own blend of seasoning, salt, pepper, and a few spices. Bit of lemon juice. Bless you. Delicious, smoky, sweet, and the sour from the lemon juice. It's a really clever, tasty little street snack. You know, there's things to be learned everywhere around here. Wow, look at that bowl. So you've got a massive cauldron of chickpea curry here. Oh, cool. He's seasoning the chickpeas with salt, some spices, like a little green chutney. And then look. This is like a mango and tamarind chutney with whole pomegranate seeds, quite loose. That's really interesting. Now he's gonna add crunch, sort of shredded ginger, and you'll get the heat from the ginger, coriander, carrots, fresh chili, and then fresh lemon juice on top. So you've got that zing. This is very, very clever cooking. And then here you've got this lovely little flatbread. And there you go. All again. Okay, he's giving me directions straight in the mouth. Absolutely phenomenal. Look at that. That, my friends, is a very intelligent way to make chickpeas taste delicious. Brilliant.
This place is full of inspiration.
What they're so good at here is proving that vegetables don't have to be boring. Here, you've got textures, crispy, soft, hot, cold, sweet, sour. It is incredible. There's definitely things that we can learn from here to take back home to make our veggies amazing. Loads learned, now I've just got to try and get home.
So bring on Jodhpur in magnificent Rajasthan.
Look at this.
There are more vegetarians in this state than anywhere else in India.
Look at the produce, man. Namaste.
With over 70% of people eating meat-free diets, they're masters of making veg interesting.
The colour of the carrots, amazing. Beautiful aubergines. You've got moolies, little kind of scallions, sort of spring onions, cabbages. Look at all this. It's definitely a little bit more exciting than your average supermarket. Look, this is fresh turmeric here. So you might have only ever seen this in powdered form, but this is the root, and you can cook with it. You can use it as a vegetable or a flavouring. Amazing.
There's something exciting to explore on every corner, so what better way to check it all out than in a local rickshaw?
This is such a different culture. I'm loving every second of this. So in this part of the old town, cars are banned. They just use these little three-wheelers, and the noise and the honking and the horns are just completely bonkers. Everywhere you go, you've got little cooking things going on. That's a little dessert one. Smells amazing, sesame seeds. But literally every 2 or 3 meters, like over there, we got nuts. He's just selling nuts there. Fruit, spices. I really love the way everyone seems to be a specialist here. Amazing. Oh, I thought Piccadilly Circus was bad. It's very, very exciting.
Continuing my veggie quest through the back streets, there's a kitchen taking the concept of street food to a whole new level.
I just found this kitchen completely open in this incredible old building where they do like specialist food for weddings and festivals. Come and have a look.
This is roadside cooking on a massive scale. It's an open-air catering company where all the local chefs come to get their specialist food.
Namaste. Namaste. For me as a chef, I've never seen anything like this. An open kitchen. This is brilliant. We've got desserts here, samosas here. But look at this. This is very, very interesting. So we've got these beautiful chilies here. I mean, he must know what my favourite thing in the world is, right? And then he just puts his finger across them and stuffs them with this. And this is basically potato mashed with garam masala spices, a little bit of chili in there, seasoning. But the idea of stuffing them with flavoured potato, you know, the crunch, the texture, and then he stuffs it. Look, look, look. This is very cool. This is a very cool idea. So adding value to the chilies, and then look at this. He's made a batter with the chickpea flour, and then he just pops it in here. See how he's just doing this? Just letting the fat go over these little fritters. Really, really interesting. Amazing. Stuffed veggies. That's a very cool way to get maximum flavour, different textures. I like that. I like that a lot. Can I have one? So there you go, my friends. The fried chili. It's a little hot, but let's have a try. Oh, yeah. Oh, come on, Eileen. That is good. The chili spice is there, but it's a sort of semi-mild sweet chili. That is really good. Oh, my Lord. This is crazy. It's so noisy, it's so nutty, but there's really intelligent cooking happening right now. If you look in there, right, you're getting texture and you're getting flavour. And the ideas going around in my head about what we could do, crunchy, soft, stuffing vegetables, making many things become one, is genius. That, my friends, is blooming delicious. Voltature. Very, very good. The heat is putting a bit of a sweat on my face now. Woo! Now I'm happy. I got my little chili kick. Delicious. Wow, what an experience. I mean, this city is just fascinating. So many nooks and crannies. You know, the vendors, the smells, the colour, the atmosphere. But I've learned a lot today. I've seen some amazing cooking. So exciting.
For inspiration about how we can all make veg the star of our meals, I've been visiting parts of the world that already do it brilliantly. So bring on Jodhpur in magnificent Rajasthan.
Look at this.
Over 70% of people here eat meat-free diets. That's more than any other state in India.
Look at the produce, man. Namaste.
Making them experts in creating exciting veggie food, such as the Thali, which packs a load of different veg dishes into one show-stopping feast.
Namaste.
So I can't wait to try it with home cook Shailendra and her daughter V.
A thali is basically a traditional Rajasthani platter.
So it's got a mixture of flavours,
pickles,
texture,
yes.
but all vegetables.
Yes.
Yeah, this is very exciting.
Before we can tuck in, there's a couple more dishes to make.
So we're going to make pickle. What is it?
The texture is like that of a flat bread. It's made out of chickpea flour.
So basically a flavoured batter.
Yes.
And after putting, we have to stir it in spinning.
It's almost becoming like a little porridge.
Yes.
Wow. You can see it just easily coming away from the sides now. I've never seen a batter treated like this, ever, in 30 years of cooking. In a week's time when I get home,
You're going to be trying
and I make my weekly curry, I'll be like, Jules, that's my wife. Got a nice new little dish for you here. So does that get fried again later on?
No, she's going to cut these into pieces and then put them into a curry.
No way.
Yeah.
So almost using it like a tofu.
Yes, after it's set, it's exactly going to be like a tofu.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's very cool.
As the pittor rests for 5 minutes, Shailendra creates a quick and simple curry sauce.
What I love about this is it's very subtle spices.
It's not very strong.
Yeah. But what's nice is that pittor is going to suck up that flavour.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is going to taste amazing, I just know it, which is exciting for me, because it means my brain's kind of... I've noticed that you've put one little chunk of charcoal to make it red hot.
Yes, we'll take a lid and we'll put it like this.
So she's got a basic dough here, and she pushes this charcoal into the dough, which is
Yes.
acting like a glue. Then she's put butter on top. And what's happening is she's just made her very own smoker. This is cooking at the most incredibly intelligent level. You're a lucky girl to have her as your mum. And that's one element of the thali, right? What next?
We are making carrot raita.
Are we making carrot raita? Really?
Yes.
I've never heard of a carrot raita. Okay, teach me.
Raita is a cooling sour condiment perfect to complement our spicy curry. Thali really is a masterclass in balance and flavours.
So yogurt goes into a bowl. And what would you say, equal quantities of yogurt and the grated vegetable?
No. 75% yogurt, 25%.
I love it. 25% grated vegetable, be it onion, be it carrot, be it cucumber. I guess you can do what you want depending on what else is going with it, right?
Yes. No.
So this goes in. The carrots, they'll give a lovely sweetness. Little sugar,
No sugar. Put a little bit of water.
chopped mint leaves. So roasted cumin powder goes in, a little seasoning of salt and chopped coriander. Nice.
Should we put red chili powder? Do you?
Well, do you? Shall we?
Little.
Why not? When in Jodhpur. Go for it. So, ultimately, we've made two elements here in the concept of a thali. This refreshing element with this kind of comforting, spicy curry. But over here, you've got the rice, the poppadoms, you've got the greens, the dal. It's like the most incredible picnic ever. You'll never get bored. What do I have to do now?
Dig in.
Yes! Mmm! The smokiness, the trick with the charcoal has given layer upon layer of flavours. Wow. I mean, this is the joy of a thali, isn't it? It's
Yes.
like, it's interesting.
Yeah. There's so many different flavors and textures.
I mean, there's so much to learn from that. It's a really clever way to have a scrumptious meal and it never being boring. I'm so grateful for you showing me this. And I'm just going to concentrate very hard on eating now. I hope you don't mind.
For inspiration, I've been travelling to countries where they love their veg. So I simply had to go to India.
I'm so excited because I'm going to be going to the biggest Sikh temple in Delhi. So out here is chaos, in there is peace, but also there's a massive kitchen cooking for the largest amount of people you can imagine every single day. And I can't wait to see what they're doing and how they're doing it.
The stunning Bangla Sahib Gurudwara dates back to the 18th century.
I've never met this guy before, but he's looking after me, making sure I look the part.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Looking good?
Yeah, you're okay.
The temple attracts over 10 million guests each year.
Wow, that is incredible.
It welcomes people from all walks of life and offers free meals to up to 100,000 visitors a day. I can't even imagine the scale of cooking for so many people.
Oh my Lord. This is extraordinary. You got people rolling out the flatbreads over here, and my word, some of the biggest pans I've ever seen. Wow.
There's only one thing for it. I better roll up my sleeves and get stuck in.
Tune. Good man.
It's all run by volunteers who donate both their time and their food.
So what flavour is this curry?
This is made of potato and capsicum.
Nice.
So this place is only vegetarian, which only serves vegetarian people.
Really? In Sikhism, you can still eat whatever you want, can't you? You can eat meat, you can eat fish, you can eat vegetarian.
But since this is a very religious place and very devotional place and very spiritual place, we only serve vegetarian food.
Amazing.
In order to feed so many people 3 full meals a day, the volunteers react to whatever is in season, so the menu is always changing.
So what we have here is the most beautiful giant pot of dal. So turmeric goes in. What's amazing is normally I would open a packet and take a teaspoon, but today we open the packet and put it all in. 50 kilos of lentils in here. And it takes about 2.5 hours to cook. And then towards the end, they add the curry base. Why do you add the paste at the end?
It gives a very good flavor as well as an aroma.
For me, the idea of cooking for the masses is an interesting one, isn't it? Whether it's your home, you know, whether it's a party, or even if you're batch cooking at the weekend, it has a real generosity and spirit of kindness. And one thing for sure we need in this world is more kindness. And what better way to love someone than to feed them? Just got the seal of approval.
The curries, dals and breads are all made from scratch.
Doing little chapatis.
And they cater for everybody's tastes.
So is everyone that comes here a Sikh, or there are many different people?
From any kind, caste or creed, no problem at all.
Yeah.
You are a Christian gentleman, I'm a Sikh, he's a Hindu gentleman.
Everyone gets on.
All welcome.
Is that making it easier then to keep it vegetarian so everyone's happy?
Yeah.
This is the 11th sitting of 18 that they do every day.
That was a truly extraordinary experience. It's the most incredible expression of generosity I've ever seen. This is proper, fresh food, made vegetarian so it can really embrace every single creed and caste. What a beautiful, beautiful way to look at life. Batch cooking at a level I've never seen before.
I've been on a culinary quest to find delicious veggie dishes. And it took me to India. To the biggest fruit and veg market in Asia. Even at night, the market is buzzing. This place is full of inspiration.
I mean, I'm trying to get in, but I've got no chance.
This is Azad Pamandi.
Oh, cow coming through. My Lord, I've never seen so much fruit and veg in my life. Everything you can dream of. This is like a chef's paradise. Namaste.
India is the second largest producer of fruit and vegetables on the planet, accounting for more than 10% of the world's production. And a lot of that ends up here.
We got aubergines, lemons, ginger, peppers. I'm not really sure what that is. And you can see people prepping, grading chilies to sizes. I have no idea where I am. I'm completely lost. So all these guys, they're all porters and they're shipping everything around. You got cows everywhere and they're sacred so they can do whatever they like. But actually they're eating all the food on the floor. So although it looks really messy, the cows are going to eat everything. Thousands and thousands of trucks come in every single day from all over India. Some of these trucks might come 2 hours, some 45 hours. It's mind-blowing. Well, I'll tell you what's really exciting now. I'm going to hook up with a female chef who's really famous for doing beautiful seasonal vegetable dishes. I want her to show us around the market, tell us what some of these things are. Can't wait.
Radhika Khandelwal runs a popular restaurant here in Delhi.
If it exists, it's here.
And she visits the market regularly to source produce that's bang in season.
If you come really early in the morning, you'll notice that a lot of vegetable vendors actually pick up the produce from here and sell in other neighborhoods, etc. So it's accessible to everybody.
So this is the heartbeat of fruit and veg in the whole of this area of Delhi.
Yeah, I would say to a large extent, India.
To India?
Yeah.
Wowzers.
I couldn't think of anyone better to educate me in these incredible veggies.
This is something called drumstick. It's used very commonly in the south of India. I think you should buy some.
Yeah?
Honey, paise de denge. Aise de do.
She knows what she's doing, negotiating the price. That's amazing. I mean, the colour of that turmeric is phenomenal. You guys actually use this as a vegetable in your in some of your curries as well, right?
Yes, we do.
Wow. Delicious.
With our shopping bags full of beautiful veg, we head to a market cafe for a cook-up.
So, Jamie, today I'm going to make my mom's beetroot sabzi.
Lovely. Can we talk about the word sabzi?
You would expect a curry to be wet and gravy-ish.
Right.
With
So
a
more
sabzi
saucy.
Sabzi is mostly dry. I'm going to start with the seeds.
Seeds?
Mustard seeds
And
cumin seeds. So already some chopped garlic in there.
Lovely. So we're going to get these onions nice and golden. How do you say beetroots in your language?
Chakunda.
Chakunda.
Yeah.
Nice. One of the things that I've been learning on my trip here is there's really a sabzi or a curry for anything, isn't there?
Yeah. The focus is always vegetarian.
So we're using fresh coconut here.
Yeah. It's mostly used in southern cuisine. A lot of Bengali cuisine also uses it. Just going to add very little chili.
And lemon.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see that you put the curry leaves in at the end.
Yeah.
I've always seen them at the beginning of the story.
That's when you want to temper them.
Yeah.
I wanted them to finally like bind the flavor together.
And texture as well.
It gives food another dimension, I would say. And we can grate some fresh turmeric.
The colours of this are extraordinary. Is that ready to eat now?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. That is delicious. It's full of life, full of texture. I mean, a lot of people think that curries are really slow, time-consuming, but really you could knock that out in 15 minutes easy, couldn't you?
Yeah, easy, yeah.
Amazing.
Your veggies.
That was definitely
Good time.
chaos. It was a real thrashing of all the senses. That little beetroot sabzi we made.
I've been to places all around the world, meeting people who can really inspire us with the ingenious ways they're using veg.
And I'm going to come up with some stuff on that.
And in India, I'm getting a taste of rural living.
Namaste. I'm now in the countryside in Jodhpur, and I want to see what flavours are happening out here. I mean, this area of India is like desert.
The northern state of Rajasthan has the highest number of vegetarians in the country. And I've hitched a ride with Kishore. He's on his round selling fresh produce, with the shouts of veggies ringing out around the countryside.
Back home in Britain, we do it a little bit like this. Come get them, they won't buy themselves. Sabji, sabji.
As darkness descends, we arrive at the remote village of Chandalal.
Sabji, sabji. Namaste. These vans are super essential for feeding the areas in the countryside. Most of these people work in the day, all day. He delivers at night time. He might only come a couple of times a week, do you know what I mean? So it's important. Namaste. The quality of the veggies here are fantastic. What are they going to do with this?
क्या बनाने वाले? अचार बनाने. और गाजर का अचार.
A carrot pickle.
गाजर दो.
You going to come and show me? Okay, nice. Just got a pickle date.
This is like no other kitchen I've ever been invited into. And I'm chuffed, of course, to see them adding chilies to their pickle.
So sometimes in life, you just got to pinch yourself. Because I've dreamt of like watching and learning like this since I was a very young chef. The concept here of pickle probably hasn't changed in hundreds of years. The idea of preserving something now for a month or two or three down the road is hugely imperative. Scissors are being used here just to cut up the length of the chilies into four. She's keeping the seeds in. Oh, she's throwing a carrot around. He's a bit like me. Instead of peeling the carrot, she's scraping them. Completely different texture. She's prepped the chilies into a colander. Now she's shaking it. You see all the chili seeds are coming out. I haven't actually seen that technique before. They got a blend of spices here, which is turmeric, cumin, fenugreek, nigella seeds. There you go, my darling. So a big old handful there. Go on, girl. They'll do the same on the carrots. Do you use different oils to preserve?
We're used to preserving veg in vinegar, but here they've heated and cooled sunflower oil.
And I've never seen it actually done like this before, with the oil. The mother-in-law's given her a bit of a telling off because she spilled a bit. By warming the oil, the heat will help the flavour of the spices come out. Do you ever use salt in this pickle? Ah, okay. So in those spices was also salt. So there's salt helping to preserve these vegetables and season them, of course. When is this ready to eat? 4 days, okay. Fantastic.
Preserving veg like this can be a lifesaver. It's very simple, but really smart.
A real honour to be here. Thank you very much.
When fresh produce is thin on the ground, a pickle with a roti makes a satisfying meal, and I can smell baking nearby. Namaste. So these two ladies were at the fruit and veg van. Literally in no time at all, she's made this dough out of just wheat, water, a little salt, and she's kneaded it. She's got fantastic technique. Nice little round balls. What's the name of the dish that you're making?
Bati dal.
Bati dal. Dal obviously being the lentils, which are cooking over there, and bati being the bread.
Methi aloo.
And methi aloo means with fenugreek leaves and potato. It's kind of like a really simple little stew. Delicious. Look at this. I've never seen bread cooked in the coals. What fuel source are you using here?
Channa galta.
The fire is fired by dried cow pats. So this is proper full circle recycling going on here. And actually it's happened around the world for millennia. This is real food, real living in the countryside by hard-working people. So the kids are going to get their supper now. They've got a mango pickle over there. They're breaking up the bread. That was like when I was a kid and we'd have a tin of tomato soup and I'd break my toast up into little bits. It's good that way, isn't it? Acha? Good lad. I'm going to leave them to it. So guys, thank you. Damdiva.
Go on, bash me head.
This has been an unforgettable experience. To be invited into their homes, what a joy.